trust is the ultimate goal of your videos. With an effective video, they're going to call you for help, then listen to your advice. The more trust they have, the more intently they listen. In this episode, we're going to discuss the two major ingredients that will lead your viewers towards trust: relevance and engagement. The first 30 seconds of your video is the most crucial segment. It begins with the title and the thumbnail, where you are catching their attention and making a promise that addresses whatever keeps them awake at night. That is called relevance, when your message matches their anxiety. In the opening 30 seconds, you must now deliver on the promise of your title. Otherwise, they're going to click away and never even bother to watch or listen to the rest of your video, whether it is 2 minutes or 2 hours. Your promise must give them hope, where they can see themselves getting the results that they want. When this happens, you are relevant and they will continue watching. Now consider the last two videos I posted. The first one was entitled EP-003, Addicted to Starbucks or Nordstrom. I used it thinking that a lot of real estate agents are coffee drinkers. I added Nordstrom as a reference to the rewards associated with a successful marketing campaign. Then the following day after posting that video, I was listening to one of my coaches, and he reminded me about the opening scene as the most critical segment. He talked about the term "cut to the chase," which has its history from the Hollywood movie industry. If you've ever seen a James Bond flick, their signature style is the opening scene in every one of their movies. It is usually a high-impact chase sequence where the bad guys are running after our hero. It is an action-packed series of stunts, special effects, and high adrenaline music. This opening scene keeps us hooked with excitement, and when it ends, we're taken back maybe 24 hours earlier, and the backstory begins. We're now left hanging and extremely curious how James Bond got himself to this dangerous situation and how will the movie end. So cut to the chase means get to the point. Tell me what you want to say and skip all the fluff. Of course, if you're not an action movie kind of person, then you'll immediately drop off, which is perfectly okay, if not even desirable. If all you care about are documentaries, comedies, or musicals, in other words, you're not really a serious buyer, but simply someone who wants to see the furniture in the house for sale, then it's perfectly all right to click away and not have to waste your time opening the door for them. The viewers are bombarded every day with all sorts of social media attention. They all have but a few seconds to decide whether you're relevant to them or not. In YouTube's algorithm, it is looking for how your video is able to retain attention within the first 30 seconds and rewards you accordingly by suggesting your video to other people that are likely to be your target. In fact, you're even more rewarded if you have a high retention rate at the 1 minute mark. So, I then revisited my entire video that I just posted and reconsidered, asking myself if there is one message that I would leave the viewer, what would that be? My thinking is that the testimonial was powerful and that it's something that real estate agents like you would like to have for yourself. Well, I should have done at least a partial reshoot or maybe even start a new recording all over again. But to make it simpler, I just decided to re-edit what I have. So I made a copy of the testimonial clip to replace the original opening sequence and change the thumbnail and the title accordingly. So let's talk about that change in the title. It went from this to this. That was after listening to my marketing coach. Which one do you think grabs your attention better as an agent? Here's the rule of thumb for titles. Put yourself in the shoes of your audience and start with, I want to have blank. Now fill in the blanks with the titles that you're considering. I want to have Starbucks or Nordstrom, or I want to prepare for next year. So with that, I posted the second version and decided to leave both of them there so that you can contrast between the two. Leave me your comments below and tell me which one do you prefer and why. I also went ahead and asked the opinion of my peers in my coaching world who are not realtors. Without giving them any hints, they loved the second version better because the opening caught their attention. Now, in addition, I also asked a few of you fellow agents at Haven, and I got the same reaction. So keep this in mind. Relevance is the first key ingredient, and you have to deliver it within 30 seconds. The second key ingredient is engagement. Now, this is a much longer topic, so I will cover this in the next video episode in a week. Stay tuned.